Two unusual fraudsters were tried at Bradford Crown Court on Tuesday after Benjamin Robinson and Daniel Hutchinson from Skegness took selfies while robbing slot machines, giving police evidence. The fraudsters were given 6 months of suspended prison sentences, but interestingly, they are far from the first or only swindlers in the world to fall into the hands of justice due to their own stupidity. Armed robber Andrew Hennels was caught after posting a selfie and a picture of a knife on Facebook and the simple message, "Robbing Tesco." That was enough for the police, however. Exactly 15 minutes later, police arrested him with a knife and £410 in cash stolen from a Tesco supermarket checkout in Kings Lynn, Norfolk. In April last year, he was sentenced to 4 years in prison. In 2014, retired couple Pat Dyson and Martin Holtby from Lancashire returned home from holiday, found in their bed, sweetly sleeping robber. To their amazement, thief Lukasz Chojnowski, who had moved to Leeds from Poland, not only washed all the dishes and his underwear at their home, but also stocked up a bit at the supermarket. The homeowner admitted that when she and her husband left, their house was far from sparkling clean, but the 28-year-old burglar was kind enough to clean it up. "He did burn one pan, but that happens," said Pat Dyson. Chojnowski admitted the robbery and was given a 2-year suspended sentence and a £200 fine. Two Welsh tourists in Australia unexpectedly found themselves in a courtroom as defendants after they got drunk and stole a penguin named Dirk from a water park. 20-year-olds Rhys Owen Jones and Carrie Mules broke into the Gold Coast theme park in Queensland, swam with dolphins, scared the sharks in the shark pen with a fire extinguisher, and encouraged poor Dirk to escape. When they woke up with a terrible hangover and a confused bird in the middle of the room, they tried their best inept efforts to take care of the penguin, as their defense attorney put it in court, namely feeding it and putting it in the shower. A little later, they took Dirk to the canal, but passers-by noticed them and called the police. The judge ordered them to pay $1,000 Australian dollars each and advised them to drink a little less vodka. Dirk returned safely to his amusement park. Arson and vandalism suspect Donald Chip Pugh sent Ohio police a selfie of himself because he didn't like the photo that was on his arrest warrant. Still on the run, he gave an interview to a local radio station, explaining his actions.
"I look absolutely terrible there. I look so goddamn awful in their photo. They took a terrible picture of me. I looked like God knows who. No, that won't do."
The police station in Lima, Ohio responded,
"We thank him for his help, but we'd rather he showed up because we need to talk."
He was later arrested in Florida. Human rights officials were left baffled when a Taliban commander surrendered and demanded a $100 reward for his capture. Mohammed Ahsan, a mid-level commander, was suspected of orchestrating attacks on American and Afghan troops in the east of the country. In 2012, he reportedly walked into a police checkpoint, pointed to a poster with his photo, and demanded the bucks he was owed. A man who attempted to rob a Glasgow betting shop in 2014, armed with a cucumber stuffed in a black sock, was disarmed and wrestled to the floor by an off-duty police officer who happened to be there. Robber Harry Raff later tried to pass it all off as a joke and was terribly surprised that he was actually given a sentence. And this hapless robbery was caught on CCTV in the town of Abingdon in Oxfordshire. 29-year-old James Allen, while trying to rob a small shop, took off his balaclava, overturned a shelf with drinks, and then was unable to open the door to escape. This was done by an elderly woman whom he had tried to rob with a toy gun a few minutes earlier. Moreover, he had already tried to rob the same store 10 days earlier, and also failed. He received a 3-year sentence for the offenses recorded on camera and 2 years for possession of a weapon or imitation weapon.